What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel, and in today's WWE news video, there's a lot to talk about in this video, because I'm going to be talking about the real reason why Charlotte got suspended by WWE. Obviously we all know what happened this past Monday on Raw. There's also been talks about Goldberg teasing another match, but with another current WWE superstar. Who could he be? Who could he be? There's also been talks about WWE planning a Saudi Arabia return by the end, possibly in 2021, and also Ronda Rousey. This is actually the first piece of news I'm going to talk about. Ronda Rousey is pregnant. Yes. So we knew that. We knew that Ronda Rousey wanted to start start a family with her husband Travis Brown, who is a UFC star, and we knew that they were going to start a family together and whatnot. And I actually talked about this in one of my videos from a couple of years ago. Literally, like right after Ronda Rousey left WWE from her match against both Charlotte and Becky Lynch. She actually announced this on her official YouTube page. Let me actually look it up on my Fire Stick. Hang on. Let me find it. Okay, so I found so I found Ronda's YouTube page. Okay, yeah. So she basically so she announced it. If you guys are not familiar with Ronda's YouTube channel, I haven't subscribed yet, but I'm actually thinking about it. It's just basically workout videos and a couple of like gaming videos, whatnot. Playing games like Among Us and Phasmophobia, World of Warcraft, just to name a few games. But yeah, so I might subscribe. I don't know, but she actually announced that she was already 4 months pregnant, and this is what she said on her YouTube channel. Which, by the way, big shout outs. Don't really want to get copyrighted, but big shout out to Ronda's YouTube channel. She writes saying, "I've been pregnant since January, so 4 months. Woo, baby bump. I can't hide it anymore, so it's time to show it off and I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit of the journey we've been on. There's definitely much more to the story that we'll be telling later." And her YouTube video, I guess shows, I guess continues with clips of both of them, just seconds after finding out about it with ultrasound scans and whatnot, and apparently she's gonna be due September 22nd this year. So after leaving WWE back in 2019, so just a couple years ago, she took to social media and used the hashtag impregnation vacation. But you know what? Honestly, big shout outs to them. Congrats. I say congrats to them. I know that they're gonna be great parents. So big shout outs to Ronda and Travis for the pregnancy. I feel like as far as when Ronda Rousey will come back to WWE, it's kind of hard to say now, but we may end up seeing her sometime next year in 2022, possibly in 2023. But we will obviously find out. All right, you guys. There's actually more. Hang on. There was something else I wanted to bring up. So there was that. Alright, so now is WWE planning a Saudi Arabian show in 2021? I know that I've talked about this multiple times on the channel the last few months, but apparently, it's possible. So let me check. Let me see here. So apparently, there's been talks that WWE is planning on heading over to Saudi Arabia before 2021 comes to a close, and if that were to be the case, I don't know. That's kind of an interesting theory. I don't even know. I don't know. That's kind of. I really don't think having a show in Saudi Arabia will do wonders for WWE, because the last show that they did in Saudi Arabia, I actually did that one, didn't I? Yeah, so the last like big show that they did in Saudi Arabia, it was actually at Super Showdown in Riyadh, and the card, don't get me wrong, the card, I will admit, it was pretty stacked. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 titles defended. There were 5 titles defended, and again, the card was pretty stacked. The first match we had on the card was obviously the OC, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, who are now a part of TNA and other promotions, obviously. Defeated the Viking Raiders using the Magic Killer. Then we had the Tawake Gauntlet match, which originally I believe was supposed to have been Rey Mysterio? Yeah, it was supposed to have been Rey Mysterio, but because that AJ Styles took out Rey Mysterio in that match, the Undertaker actually defeated AJ Styles to win the trophy, and he was a last minute entry, so that actually, which obviously we know that sparked, the whole the boneyard match between Styles and the Undertaker himself. Then of course, Miz and Morrison defeated the New Day to win the SmackDown Tag Titles, using a steel chair. Cheating by using a steel chair, basically. Angel Garza rolled up his cousin Humberto Carrillo to pick up a victory. Seth Rollins and Murphy defeated the Street Profits to retain the Raw Tag Titles, I believe by cheating, if I remember correctly. Mansoor defeated Dolph Ziggler with a moonsault to pick up a victory. And then in just under a few minutes, Brock Lesnar had defeated Ricochet to retain the WWE Championship. Roman Reigns defeated King Corbin. In a steel cage match. Bayley had defeated Naomi with a knee strike to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. Obviously, she was still champion back then. And then, of course, the last match of the card was Goldberg versus The Fiend. Goldberg ended up defeating The Fiend with a jackhammer. Excuse me, with a jackhammer to become a two-time Universal Champion. But given the fact that that happened, and also given the fact that in 2019, WWE's roster, both from Raw and especially SmackDown, had been taken hostage. That was what sparked NXT to come in and just give it a hostile takeover. So nowadays, I'm not so sure if it's wise for them to host another show in Saudi Arabia. I mean, I know that from what I've been hearing, apparently WWE had made a deal with the Saudi General Sports Authority, which obviously was announced back in 2018, and I found out, according to some reports that obviously I read, WWE is supposed to be holding 2 shows in Saudi Arabia per year over a 10-year period. So by 2028, that 10-year partnership will be in void unless if they sign another deal with the Sports Authority, which honestly I can definitely see that happening. But at this point in time, given the fact that we're still under the pandemic, I really don't think it's wise, because the building that they're going to be in it's way too big. It's too big of a venue for them to host a Saudi Arabian show, unless if they were to host it at a smaller venue with the dynamic of the Thunderdome. Or what they could also do is take that show, bring it into the Thunderdome inside the Yulee Center at the University of South Florida in Tampa. I think in Tampa. And that could be that could be another possibility, but only time will tell. Only time will tell. But again, I really don't see it happening anytime soon. Now for this, Goldberg teasing a return match with none other than former Intercontinental Champion Big E. So during a appearance on WWE's The Bump, which can be streamed on I think it's YouTube, Facebook Live, Peacock, and of course also the WWE Network, Goldberg had addressed the possibility of facing Big E, which was something that he was clearly keen on. He said, quote, "Let's be perfectly honest, a different era of Goldberg would match up." Or I guess rather, yes. Okay, yeah, or Demand? Oh, Damac. I think Damac was the guy's name. He basically addressed it, and he said, quote, "Let's be perfectly honest, a different era of Goldberg would match up against anybody. The question is, could this era of Goldberg match up still with people and have it be interesting?" I think the answer is absolutely yes. I think Big E could bring some stuff out of me. Or I guess rather Goldberg. Sorry. I thought it was Damac, because Damac was on is one of the co-hosts of The Bump. But I guess Goldberg was talking about it. So continuing on, I think Big E could bring some stuff out of me that I would want to do just to make Big E proud of me. Getting in the ring with him would be a different situation, but it'd be really cool. But it'd be really cool in its own right. So we know that Goldberg had made his debut in the wrestling industry back in WCW. Ow, my neck hurts. Hang on. Oh. Sorry guys, my neck is hurting really badly. anyway, so we know of Goldberg's background story. We know of his past, dealing with the NWO and whatnot. But we also know of him being in WWE all the way back in, all the way back in 2002. Or no, sorry, no, 2003, when The Rock had defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin in Austin's very last match ever in WWE. And Goldberg targeted The Rock, speared him, backlash came, Goldberg beats The Rock, and that was pretty much that. So, this matchup, Goldberg versus Big E, I would love to see that match happen, because for one, Goldberg is a former WCW United States champion. He's a former multi-time WCW World Champion. He's won multiple tag titles over there. I believe he's also won the WCW Television Championship as well. There were so many different championships that he held in WCW, but he also held held the excuse me. Also held the World Heavyweight Championship in WWE, but during his first tenure in WWE, that was the only championship he had ever won. He didn't win any of the championship in WWE. That was until he returned to WWE in 2016. He had won the Universal Championship twice. The first time was back in 2017 at Fastlane against Kevin Owens, and then the second time was actually against The Fiend, which again I just mentioned it just moments ago. But as far as how this match will play out, I don't know. That right there is fantasy booking. Fantasy booking you only see in video games. That right there, I would not mind seeing. I know that we got the chance to see Goldberg versus The Undertaker, which ended so badly, mind you. But yeah, again, that's a match I would love to see. But as far as when, given how bad Goldberg lost at the back at the Royal Rumble this past year, I really don't see it happening anytime soon. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. But now we have the big question: what was the real reason for Charlotte Flair's suspension in WWE? So if you guys remember, Charlotte Flair had just returned to Raw last week, not this past Monday, but last week on Raw, cutting a promo saying that she was done being a good girl and whatnot, talking about how she doesn't steal opportunities, that she creates them, and that she is the opportunity, and all that. And then this past Monday on Raw, her first match back since having to deal with, obviously, with the illness, I'll say the crush card virus, I'll say, to be more WWE / Yu-Gi-Oh, I'll say crush card virus. So having to have been dealt, with the crush card virus, Charlotte Flair had just came back. Her first match, she goes up against Asuka, the woman that she had teamed up with to win the women's tag team titles, by defeating obviously Jax and Baszler. I think at TLC, wasn't it? Excuse me. I think it was. Let me take a look. Yes. Actually, yes. Yeah, it was actually her big return from her, from her injuries, if you will. But, apparently, her first match back, she goes up against Asuka. She ends up losing the match by, obviously with the help of, obviously with the help of Rhea Ripley, the new Raw Women's Champion, and then she ends up attacking the referee, the Raw WWE referee Eddie Orango, who actually counted Charlotte's shoulders down for the win, for the Asuka victory. And then of course on Raw Talk later that night, WWE official Adam Pearce went onto Raw Talk and told both, I think Kevin Michael, I think was his name. I don't remember his name. If you guys remember the name, comment below. Or actually, you know what? I have a better idea. Because I'm here. Hold on. Let me go all the way down because I actually since I was on YouTube, I forgot that I was on. Hang on, guys. I literally just realized it. Nope, I can't find it. So I guess I'm gonna have to go up, go to the WWE YouTube channel itself. Because it just literally like dawned on me that I could find the guy's name. I guess not. Oh well. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, I think Kevin something was the guy's name. Yeah, Kevin something was the guy's name, but yeah, anyway, so WWE official Adam Pearce went on to Raw Talk with that Kevin guy, I can't remember his name, him and Raw superstar Xavier Woods, that Charlotte Flair has been suspended indefinitely for her attack and fined $100,000 from after her assault, but we found out the real reason for it, and it's actually because of an undisclosed dental procedure, which was reported by something I don't remember by Alex McCarthy from Wrestling Daily. Big shout outs to them. Again, I don't want to get copyrighted, but still big shout outs to them. But as far as when she'll be back, there's really no word on it. But Charlotte Flair had posted on Twitter yesterday a photo of her with her I think with her boyfriend Andrade, on vacation, obviously, saying, quote, "What I will never do, what will I ever do while suspended?" And yet I actually heard rumors that it was supposed to have been a triple threat match between Charlotte, Asuka, and Ripley at WrestleMania Backlash next month. But with Charlotte now, taken out, there's really no word as to whether or not Charlotte will. There's really no word as to who will challenge Charlotte, who will challenge Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania Backlash. Personally, I think it'll probably end up being Asuka, or we could end up seeing Rhea against potentially Shayna Baszler, but only time will tell. But guys, that is gonna do it for this video. Question of the day: who do you guys think should challenge Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania Backlash next month? Let me know in the comments below. And that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button if you guys are new to the channel. And if you guys want to see more WWE news videos, which gets posted every Thursday, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All three of my links will be down in the description below. And if you guys have any fan mail that you want to send me and want me to open up on the channel, my address will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.